Hello and welcome to the app assignment. This week we're going to be looking at the idea of intellectual capital, and that means money that can be made from basically your intellect. The idea that you can make money off of an idea is what Shark Tank is all about. It's what basically a lot of entrepreneurial spirit comes from. But in your particular world, which is different than the one I grew up in, you can push out your ideas into the ether or into the app store, let's say, and actually have them recognized by a huge community of people that frequent the app store, which is a very cool way of perhaps making money. And I want to show you that. But money isn't the point of this assignment. The point of this assignment is learning to structure your ideas so that you look like you understand both the way the product that you are talking about is what caused it, what the effects of that product will be, what it compares to in the marketplace, and what it contrasts to. And if you look on television, if you ever see the show Shark Tank, the people who are least prepared, the least structured, are the ones that get embarrassed because they don't know how to answer the questions. And what modes of rhetoric do, even in a business plan, is prepare you to answer all of the questions that people might ask you about a brilliant idea that you have that could really change the world. And that's kind of why we do them, is so that you are prepared and structured to present your ideas in the best and most intellectually honest way at a moment's notice. So let's take a look at this. If you can develop something that everyone wants, the world will be at your door. There was a person who created a beer glass app, and that is something where it looked like you were drinking a beer, and a beer glass appeared on the screen of your smartphone, and if you tilted it towards your face, it looked like it drained. Okay, that is not a great idea, but he sold it to Microsoft for $2 million. Now, that is a lot of money for a beer glass that empties on a screen. Wow. How does that happen? Well, he had 4 million people download this beer glass app. And Microsoft, even though it's free app. How do you make $2 million off a free app? Well, what kind of people download a beer glass app? Older people? Probably not. They can have an actual beer. It's probably younger people that think it's funny. 4 million young people are exactly what Microsoft wants to market to. So they could push ads towards those 4 million young viewers, young eyes, that are going to be buying Microsoft products for the rest of their lives. It is completely worth $2 million to get that kind of advertising. And so this person was in the right place at the right time with kind of a dumb idea, but that's okay because he got it out there and he made some money off of it. You can come up with something better. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm trying to show you that through this assignment. First, get into groups of 4. A group can have 3, but I really don't want to have 5 in a group because you'll see this at the bottom. Each member needs to present a new app to the group. This is just like a journal. There are no rules. I don't care about the structure. It can be bullet points. It can be a paragraph. I don't mind. Just get your point across. In previous classes, I've had one very good idea. Well, one crazy idea was called Phone Home. And it was a phone case that turned into a drone, and it would fly your phone to wherever you were. So it was a battery case, and it flipped out little propellers, and it would then take off if you asked for it. Now, I thought that was hilarious. But I don't know if the world is ready for that, technically, or if the challenge is too much. But it was an app that would allow you to yell at your phone, and it would come to you wherever you were like a puppy. One thing that I thought was an excellent idea was a group that wanted to monetize parking. So if you lived at the beach and you had a parking spot in front of your house, you could rent that out hour by hour over the weekend, kind of like Uber, you rent out your car to drive places. Well, this was a company that would let you rent out the parking space in your garage or in your driveway. Now, it wouldn't work out most places, but if you live in a very popular place near Staples Center or near, you could make a real income off of people borrowing your driveway. How cool is that? And every time someone borrowed your driveway, the person who owned the app would get 25 cents in connection fees. And if that was thousands and thousands of people every day for doing very little, you don't have to show them anything, you don't have to provide any product, you just have to create the structure in which capital is built, and that person would make millions of dollars. Isn't that cool? I liked it when they came up with it. And again, that's the kind of creativity that I believe in your world might lead you to being more structured in the way you present your ideas. And let's take a look. Each person will need to produce, once you've chosen, you're going to choose one idea. So everybody puts forward an idea, journal idea. Don't feel bad if yours isn't chosen. It happens. You're going to choose one idea as a group and do the writing assignment to introduce this one app to the world. Each person will produce a 500-word assignment based on the new app. It will be a review of all the modes that we have looked at in class, and a breakdown of the responsibilities are below. Member 1 writes 3 reasons the app will be popular. The Park It app will be popular because A, B, and C. And you go through those 3 points, and then you write this 500-word paragraph, and you are done. Member 2 writes about the effect on the users. What happens right after the app is launched? Well, proximate effect, distant effect, what happens in the very near future? What happens in the long distance future? Think about it. You could sell houses for more because you know you have an income stream. So if you own that place down by the beach, you're even more happy about it than the people using it, because the next time you sell it, you can say, hey, $3,000 a month comes in from parking. So give me more money for this house. Anyway, member 3 compares the app to current apps. What are 3 similar apps out there? But this is still better. You can, by the way, nothing wrong with saying something similar, but you see a similar interface as Facebook, a similar audience as Uber, a similar market penetration as blank. I don't know the apps as well as you do, but you'll have to do a little research. Contrast the apps to current apps. This would show 3 things that are different and unique about your product. It's not like this. It's like this. It's not just an app that is for for fun. This is something that truly can change the way people buy real estate. It's not like a realtor site, though. It's not something that gets you money that way. It's a thing that gives you money monthly. Think about the contrast you could use. Each person will submit the work to a group leader, and the group leader will post all 4 in a single post. The final post will contain the names of all contributors. I had one student that once left out all the names, and he was the only person that got credit. Don't worry, we changed it, but it was a very harrowing moment for a couple of people. So please, make sure you do this. Each person should make sure, and the group leader should make sure each paragraph is 500 words long. I've had a couple content minimum difficulties recently. I don't want to see those because I hate to see you lose points because you don't finish something that has been assigned. So, from the hills above Castaic, this is Professor Gifford signing off.